Talha from the UK.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My question is, does Allah have a shape or like dimension? And if yes, does that limit him?
Akhi, what kind of a question is this? Yani, does a Muslim who prays 5 times a day and reads the Quran has the audacity to ask such a question? Does Allah have this or does Allah have that? Subhanallah. Ya akhi, you're a Muslim. You should follow the Quran and follow the Sunnah and not follow the weird philosophy of people who want you to get out of the fold of Islam. As Muslims, as part of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, as followers of the Prophet ﷺ and the companions, we only follow what's in the Quran and the Sunnah. Does the Quran and Sunnah tell us that Allah has a shape or a form or this or that? These words are not mentioned in the Quran and Sunnah. What is mentioned in the Quran and the Sunnah? Number one, and this is a measuring rod. There is nothing like Allah Azza wa Jal, and He's all hearing, all seeing. So anything that crosses your mind, Allah is unlike this. You have to believe in this. Number two, the Quran and Sunnah tells us that Allah Azza wa Jal has eyes, that Allah has a face, that Allah has hands, 2 hands to be specific, and that Allah has feet. How? You have to refer to rule number 1. Nothing is unlike Allah. So no matter how you think of it, you are wrong. So, and there are many other rules, but these would suffice. So if someone says, an elephant has a leg, I as a human being have a leg, and an ant has a leg. Are any of these legs similar? Of course not. The name is identifiable. I can understand what a leg means. But when we talk about the beautiful attributes of Allah Azza wa Jal, Allah is unlike anything, but we take what He described Himself for granted. And we don't misinterpret it or manipulate it or try to figure out anything that does not relate to reality. How? This is only in Allah's knowledge. We acknowledge He has a hand, subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has fingers. He has eyes. He hears. He sees, subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't know how, but we acknowledge and we believe. So when you come and have the audacity to say, oh, what shape, what form, what is this, what is that? You have to fear Allah, because this is not what Allah will ask you about in your grave. Unless someone wants to flex his muscles and show his ability of philosophical things and trying to boast about it and to win an argument. This is not Islam, akhi, at all, and Allah knows best.